Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to work on the Batmobile from Fanhome, issue 51. Go ahead and get the book open and we will start, and then we'll get the parts out. So the part that we received in this issue is the, what are they calling it? The rear floor pan. We find a scalpel, get this open, and we will put it together. It's not just the, sorry, noisy. It's not just the floor pan that we are putting together today. It is part of it, but we've also got some other parts in here. It is a pretty impressive part. We've got some parts that we built earlier that we're going to be putting onto the car today as well. We double check, flip this over. It goes on like this with the, I guess that would be the gas tank area down below. And it's just going to sit on here. These three tabs are going to hit these three screw posts. And then there should be, it's back here. Yeah. There's a total of 5 screws that are going to hold this on, and they are CM screws, so they will be going into metal. Go ahead and bring over the oil. Come on. There, these are the CM screws. If I can get them open. There's the 5 screws I need for this part right here. And so I'm just going to put the screws in the applicable places. It looks like something is not sitting right over on this side, so I'm going to put this one in first. It's a little bit raised up on this side. Not sure that, well, when I lift it up, it goes on there a little bit better. So what we'll do is we'll get the 3 in the front done or started first. Then we'll do the 2 in the back, and we'll go from there. Once they're all started, I'll tighten them all down just like normal. I have a feeling there might be an issue with the back, which is why that one's got a gap. So put this one in here, almost off camera. And that one's not lining up like I thought. Let me see. Is this one going to line up? This one does line up. And of course, I cannot see what is causing the issue here. But we'll try it again. I did see that the screw had caught a little bit on the metal, had chewed it up a little bit, like it usually does when there's an issue. Come on. Is it? I think, there we go. We're going to tighten this one all the way down first, since that was my problem child. And it's going in there quite a ways. Okay, that one's in. And this one should be in most of the way. That one's in, and we'll do these 3 on top now. We now finally have, with this, the addition of this, the shape, the iconic shape of the tail end of the Batmobile. The next thing that they're going to ask me to do, which I've said before, I don't like doing it with the engine the way it is. I don't want to damage the engine, basically. even if I never open the hood and never see the engine, I don't want to damage it. It should be a jet engine. It is not. But the next thing they want me to do is flip the car over and install the resonators, the two exhaust pipes. So before I do that, before I flip the car over, I'm going to pause the camera and put something underneath it so that I'm not sitting it on the engine. Although the engine is pretty solid at this point, I still want to flip it over onto something. So I will be right back. Okay, so this is actually going to be a little bit of a hybrid of what I have to do, because what they want me to do is you install what they're calling the resonators. These are mufflers. And you got a hole here and here that's got to match up with this post here and here. It's going to go on here like this, and then you put screws in from the top. This one here is going to do the same thing on this side. So I've got them sitting there. They're probably going to fall off when I turn it back over to put the screws in, but that is the hybrid of turning it over that they want you to do. So let's see if we can turn it over without breaking anything. See if those are going to fall off. Something just went click. There went one. One fell off. Something clicked. I'm not sure what. This one fell off. But we need to do 4 AP screws for these. And it's odd that I still have 3 screws for for attaching 3 screws that are going into metal to attach the body, or not the body, but the rear deck for the car. Come on, get back in there. Let me take a look real quick at the book and see if I missed something on there. I did. Good thing I had to turn it back over, and good thing I looked. Hopefully these will go in without any problem, because I did miss 2 screws. Set one here. Dip it in the oil. Making sure. So one here. Hopefully it feels like it's going in. I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'm gonna tighten it all the way down. And this one here is gonna go right here. Just like that. Now I should be able to line up with resonators, I'll call them mufflers, without any problem to each of the holes that they belong in. Got the screw on the screwdriver. There's one, there's the other. So I'm going to put this one in, or at least I'm going to get this one started, which will hold it in place to where I can get the other one in. We will be turning the car back over in just a second, because there's more work to be done on the bottom of the car. That one's tightening up. Tighten this one up. That one's still a little bit loose. See if I can get a little bit tighter with the P1 instead of P8, the PH1 rather than PHO. So that one's good. That one's good. Muffler is solid. So do the same thing. No longer need the oil since I found where those last 2 screws go. See if I can do this by braille. That one feels like it's in place. It's not quite there. There we go. I can see the screw hole. Grab the smaller screwdriver again. So I got the screw hole here. I was gonna say I'm gonna tighten it all the way up. I'm not going to. I want to make sure I've got enough play to be able to make sure I get this one in place because I can't see into that hole. Let's see, there we go. Tighten this one all the way. That one's good. This one, from my perspective, is sticking up a little bit, which means it needs to be tightened. That one's good, so they are both firm in place. Let me turn this over again. That was what I was wondering what that click was earlier. It was the steering linkage. Turn this over gently, not breaking anything. Okay. So the next thing they want me to do is take one of these long coils of hose. Is it this one here? No. Let me pause real quick. I have to figure out which one it is. They have me running one of these extra hoses, which they're great for detail if you ever lift up the car and look underneath. But I've got to find the one that runs from up here on the fuel pump back here to the fuel tank that is not here yet. So I'll be right back. Found it. It was in my parts box, not yet installed. So let me come over here. I'm not sure. I am off camera just about. Let me move this. So right here is where it attaches. I'm going to see if I can get it on there. This could be an adventure. Actually, that went on there pretty easy. Let's make sure it's all the way on there. And so now it's going to go underneath the linkage for the front wheels. Let me see if I can get it to go under here. Like this. Not wrapping in too much into the engine. It's coiling around everything and it's anywhere near it. And there it went, came off of there. So let's see if I can get it back on there. Once I get it back on there, I'm going to put a drop of super glue on it so that it will not come back off. Mark over at Mark's Mods suggested that. Goes on there really nice, but it doesn't stay on there. So I'm looking, there it is. Got a bottle of the Loctite super glue here, a little bit quicker and easier. Just a really quick drop there. Set the glue off to the side. Take the Instaset. Todd just threw up in his mouth a little bit. He doesn't like Instaset. Todd would be Marvel Phoenix. He has a website that he does these on. So that should have set. Let's double check. Yes, fuel line is now set in place. So we're going to go take the fuel line here, run it past these lines here. If I can manage it. mentioned it before. Black hose on a black chassis. On the wrong side there. Come on. It's going the wrong way. So this is where I give up for sake of YouTube content. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause real quick, get this thing situated where it's supposed to be, and then I'll come back. Okay, it was coming up on this side, on the wrong side from where it was supposed to be. So what I did was I pulled it through and then stuck it back underneath here. So we're going to pull this. See if we can get it to go straight back where it's supposed to be. Using the tweezers every time it comes out of somewhere else. If I can get to it. There we go. Almost right there. See, that's the thing. It's a little bit tricky to do this. There we go. And I let go of it. Started pulling it, and then I let go of it. Before I had a hold of it up on top. We're going to go under here. Runs next to the differential on the from the top left-hand side on the car. So what I'm going to do, rather than have this flop all over the place, because it is a little bit longer than it needs to be, I'll probably trim it later once I have a gas tank. But to keep it in place where I know where it's at, not flopping all over the place, I'm just going to tape it down. And I believe, yes, that is all there is to do in this stage. We're going to flip the car back over. Listen for click. There it is. Matter of fact, I'm going to see. That was not good. Thud when I drop it on the front. I got dirt on my tire here. But, as I was saying, that is all there is to do in this stage. Batmobile is starting to look, it looks like a chassis at least. I'm enjoying this build when I can get the parts. I should stop saying that, but it still irritates me that it takes so long sometimes to get the parts, like 2 months. But, where was that? Ah, yes. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a comment. I will respond. With that, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video or stream.
Model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models.